Hello and welcome to All the Yarn podcast. I'm Lisa and I'm coming to you from Michigan. This is episode 315. Got my coffee, peppermint mocha creamer. This is a summer sock camp mug from last year. Today is Friday, July 18th, 2025, and it is 9:19 a.m. Before we get started, I want to apologize for beeping noises or loud crashing noises. They are doing, there's one right there. I don't know if you heard that. They are doing construction over at the high school behind me. And I don't know what they're doing, but there's heavy pipes and they're like replacing pipes, and they're dumping the old ones in a dumpster the past like week and a half, so you might hear that. Sorry. And they do this from like 7 a.m. to, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6. So I guess I'm glad they're not doing it in the middle of the night. But anyway, so if you hear noises, that's what that is. Also, before we get started, I want to say, for those that do not know, my grandpa did pass away on Tuesday, July 8th. So that's why I was not here last week. I'm feeling better. You know, it comes in waves, as grief usually does. Yeah, so that's why I was not here last week. I felt like recording. I missed it last week. I miss doing it, so I am here. I have lots to show. I have lots of knitting. Yeah, the knitting did not slow down. All right. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. Forgot to say that. And I will have all the show notes right down there in the description box. I'll have links to all the things. I have Ravelry project pages, yarn shops, bag shops, all that good stuff. Also have where you can find me. I said I'm most active on Instagram. I'm most active on Instagram. I'm feeling a little rusty. I'll have my Ravelry group down there where I'm hosting Knit All the Stripes. / you can crochet too. That ends August 31st. And what else will I have down there? I think that's it. I think that's it. It'll be down there. Check it out. All right, I have 4 finished objects and 3 whips. My whip situation kind of like, I rearranged things. I'm not doing my 3 sock whips. I don't know what happened. I just felt like being monogamous. So I'm sticking with 1 sock whip and 1 blanket. Well, actually I got 2 blankets to show, but I'm sticking with 1 sock whip. I don't know. I just felt like changing it up. It's okay. I might go back to a couple whips. We'll see. Okay, finish object number 1. I think we just get started. I do not remember where I was when I showed you this last time, because it's been a couple weeks. Don't know, but this is Night Owl Fibers. Who spiked the eggnog? I think I remember asking you what I should do for heels, but I've dug through my stash and I found a darker red. It's not quite the same as that, but it's pretty close. So these are my socks for July for the Night Owl Fibers Knit Along. You do a pair of socks in her yarn. The leg and cuff has to be at least 3 inches. They gotta be adult socks, and I think they have to be socks. I don't know. I'm doing socks for mine. And yeah, you do 1 pair a month. I did get a coupon, so I did purchase a skein. It's okay, just one. She posted a colorway that I've been waiting for. I've been wanting to get. The first time she had the coupon, it wasn't on her website, and I'm like, dang it. This time, it sneaked in there. I checked, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to get. And then she posted that, and I'm like, okay. It's the Happy Camper colorway. I'm not a camper, but I love that colorway. So that's coming to my house soon. These are a gift. This is pair 51 for 2025. And I started these July 1st and finished them July 9th. And I did 15 rows for my cuffs. And I believe I did like 45-ish for the leg on these. I don't remember. I think I pretty much knit until I got to this red stripe. And I said, okay, we're doing heels now. What else? All of my socks are knit on US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. 64 stitches. I do my socks cuff down, magic loop. I didn't do the same red for the toes because I ended the toe right at this red. And since they're not quite matching, and I didn't want a big long red toe, I just kept on going. The heels on these are a Lolo Did It colorway. No, it's not Lolo Did It. It's a Hue logo. It was in a set. I don't know what color it is. So, yep, this is pair 15 for the summer of socks. And now I'm gonna have to do a little changing here. Probably the reason I stuck to one sock whip was for this next project. So I talked about this last episode. I'm in a group on Instagram called Stash Down 2025, and every month there's little prompts. You can do them if you want. But this month was pick one skein of yarn and use the whole thing. So that's what I did. So I was kind of focused on this project, so maybe that's why I cut down to one whip. And the skein that I picked was Mustache yarn. A Very Hobbit Christmas. This was, I've knit this yarn before. And my friend Amy, she sent me this yarn to make her socks out of. And so yes, I made her socks. And then I wanted to see how much yarn I could get out of it. So I had a mini. I guess it's not a mini. It's a 50 gram. A 50 gram of mustache yarn in Winterberry. Amy also sent me this. So I had 150 grams of yarn. I did not weigh the full skein, so I'm assuming it's 150. I have 20 grams left of the red. So I didn't weigh it before, so I'm going to say about 30 grams. I used 30 grams of the red. All right, so then I made my friend's pair first. Oh, I love this colorway so much. It's like a scrappy, but it's not. It looks scrappy, but it is all one color. Look at that. So I did the heels, toes, and cuffs in that red color. And I did 40 rounds for her leg. Now, after, thinking about this, I could have done a little bit more. We'll get in that in a second. I could have done a little bit more. So, note to self. And this is the 75-25 base. I don't know if this would work with the 85-25, but so, yep, we have pair number one. They match. My sock needles and such are the same, 1.5s. 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches. Cuffs, same. I believe I did a couple more rows of red before I started her toe on these because I needed just a little bit. And I ended on a stripe, so then I'm like, well, I need a couple more rows, which is not enough to do a whole nother stripe. So I just did a couple rows of the red before I did the toes. So this is pair 52 of the year, and I started these July 2nd and finished them July 11th. And this is pair number 16 for Summer of Socks. So I finished her pair, and then I cast on my pair, so we have matching socks. I did mine, the legs a little bit longer on mine, so I feel kind of like I probably should have made hers a little bit longer, but. So after I finished, these were 56 grams total. After I did her socks, I had 31 grams of each left. Mustache yarn comes in 2 skeins. So after I did hers, I had 31 grams left. So I did mine. I could do a full pair of socks with 62 grams. I think that was how much was left. 62 grams, is that right? So, yep, these are mine. I think I did 70 rows for the leg, 64 stitches, same needle and whatnot. I started these July 11th and finished them July 15th. I was like on a mission to see if I could win at Yarn Chicken, and I won, because after this I had I think 6.7 grams of each ball left after I finished my socks. So I could have put a square Emma blanket even with that, but I did something a little different. So this is pair 53 for the year. I don't know if I said that. And pair 17 for Summer of Socks. So then after I finish these, I'm like, oh, I have about 13, 14-ish grams left. So, make a basket. I was gonna make a coaster. I crocheted this. I do not have a pattern. I just did single crochets and made it to, the base is like, this is about 3 inches. And then I went up. I was gonna do a coaster, but the coaster, it just kept getting bigger and bigger because I wanted to use all of the yarn, and I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna work. So I held the 2 little bits left that I had, I held them together. And I think I used a G-hook. I don't remember. I just kind of winged it. So we got a little basket. And that was all of it. I used all of it until it was gone. So that is how much yarn I could get with 100 grams. Oh, my socks, these were 65 grams. And this was 13. So yeah. So if I have a 75-25 base, and I have extra for heels, toes, and cuffs, I could definitely do matching socks with me and my friend. And I probably could have made hers a little bit longer, but I've done 40 rows of her socks before for the leg. Usually I do between 40 and like 50 for her, so it worked out. Love it. So that is all of my finished objects. Lots of socks. I do love that colorway. I guess it's the pair of socks that I made for myself have a afterthought heel, so yeah, afterthought heels fit me fine, but I like heel flap. I guess it fits better. So now I have an extra pair of Christmas socks for me. Okay, that's all of my finished objects. Now we can do whips. I don't have a lot of whips. This is Mountain State Stitches, and I'm still on the Christmas sock train. This is my last pair of Christmas socks I'm gonna do. I was not planning on doing like this Christmas in July thing, but here we are. Most of these are going to be gifts for my friend, so it works out. This tag has seen better days. It's a little wrinkly. This is Pretty Twisted Yarns. This is a 85-15 base. I love 85-15. That's my second top favorite. And this is Merry and Bright. This is a self-striping. I think this is an old skein, because Pretty Twisted Yarn doesn't do self-striping, I don't think. At one point she had a club, but I don't know if she's still doing that. I almost finished the first sock. I was so close. So here is the colorway. That is pink, not red. I asked my kids, I'm like, does this look like Christmas? And they're like, yep. I'm like, but it's pink. Nope, it looks like Christmas. So there is the full color, the full skein, and the mini's attached to my sock here. It's blown out a little bit. It's not the same pink in the colorway, or in the main skein. I thought it was until I started knitting with it. I'm like, ooh, that's not the same color, but it's okay. And here is the first sock. I did the heel in that color, and I'm going to do the toe because I ended with the white. The pink was the next color, but I needed like three or four more rows, so I did some extra pink. So I'm now ready to start the toe. So the toe's going to be a little bit longer. So, yep. Got to make sure they fit her foot. These are also a gift. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. Use them to count my rows. I was going to do these tandem. I split the yarn in half and everything. But here we are. I guess I did cast this on. I cast the second cuff on yesterday. So now I will take the markers off of this one and put them on this one as I'm knitting it. So that, yeah. Motivation. Love these. So yep, this is the last Christmas in July Christmas socks that I'm going to do. I do still have somewhere in here, I have 2 skeins of night owl fibers. Actually, one of them is this colorway. So we'll have matching socks again. She bought a skein and I bought a skein. So I will do those later when it's Christmas time. So yep, that's my only sock whip right now. Almost had a hoe. Not quite. Kind of got sidetracked with one of my projects that I'll show you here in a little bit. It's my last whip. I love this. Each color is about 5 rows for me. Ooh. I ended with, let's see, I ended with a white, and I'm like, well, I'll just do the pink when I do pick up my gusset. It's not the same pink, but it's close. And I did, how many rows did I do for this? Like 40, I did 44 rows for the leg on this one. So, yep, that is this sock. I'm going to be working on these today. I kind of fell off the Felici Friday wagon. I don't know what's going on with nitpicks, but I've been hearing some rumors, and I'm not too happy about these rumors, so I don't know what's going on with them. I've heard that they had, carpet beetles in their warehouse, and they're shipping yarn to people's houses that have bugs in them. That's not cool, Nitpicks. I don't know if it's true or not. Nitpicks has not said anything. So it's like, I don't know if I want to buy yarn from them. I know I buy yarn for my Stephen West MCAL, which is coming up here probably, I don't know when he releases that stuff. Probably like end of August, maybe September, so we can start gathering our yarn and stuff. I usually use that yarn for that shawl, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I might have to get yarn from somewhere else. Or I would love to like use my scraps or use my stash. But if he has any colorways that you need like 200 grams of each color or something, I'm out. I can't, I don't. It's like, I want one skein. Can we pick one skeins? But a lot of my one skeins that I didn't know what to do with, I'm using for my blanket, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll go crazy and just use scraps. I don't know. All right, I finished this, my squares and my Ruby and Roses blanket. The Color Wheel Club. I finished my squares. I think I started them. Did I have any done last time? I don't remember. But I put in the next, this is the top row up here is the row that I put in. Oh, that just smells so good. I don't know what kind of wool wash she uses, man, but it's strong and it lingers. So here we are. I'm doing this is the Coziest Memories by Kepper Ray, using US Force. I'm still doing 20 by 20 stitches, holding it double with itself. If I could get some strands. There's 2 strands there. 1, 2. I've been getting the 10-gram mini set, and it takes about 8 grams to do a square, so I have a little bit left. I got a bag here that has the leftovers. It's about 2-ish grams of each color. This one is called Vespa, and she's doing something different for next. So she's not gonna have a release date for the next month in July. She's gonna do 2 in August. I'm just excited because August is my birthday month, so you better believe it, I'm getting both of those. So I'm all caught up. I don't know how the next time is gonna go because I'm gonna have 2 in 1 month. I might get behind. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I like to do just 1 a month, so maybe I'll just do 1 and I'll save the other one for September. But I'm thinking, I don't know if we're gonna go do red oranges next time. And then yellows, oranges and yellows. I'm excited for the reds and, or the oranges and yellows and greens, obviously. So, yep, I'm all done with this. Here's my backside. I've been weaving in my ends as I go. So the reason that she's behind a little bit on the dyeing is because she had a big, what was it? It's a storyboard collection that came out. So she's trying to dye all of those pre-orders, which I ordered some yarn. It should be, I haven't got a notification yet, but I kind of ordered a lot, so. And I ordered the mini set, and I think that's the last thing she's dyeing, so it might be a while before I get mine, which is okay. I have lots of yarn. Honestly, I don't remember what I ordered. I ordered the mini set. I ordered some of the Ice Queen, which is a whitish, a white grayish color for the border on this. And for heels, I'm going to do scrappy socks with all my leftovers on these, and I thought I would use that for the heels and just go crazy. I haven't decided if I'm going to wait until I'm totally done with these. Another bang. I don't know if I'm going to wait until I'm totally done with these to knit scrappy socks and just do a bunch of rainbow, or if I should just use 1 whole month and see how far it gets me. And then just do a lot of like single socks. I don't know. I think there's 15 colors, 2 grams each, so that's 30 grams. I don't know if that's quite enough to do a sock. Unless I do heels, toes, and cuffs in a different color. I don't know what I'm doing yet. But scrappy socks is the plan with the leftovers. Yeah. What else did I order? I ordered a Taylor Swift colorway. Also, I forgot what it was called. Is it Anti-Hero? I think it was Anti-Hero. I don't know. So, more yarn is coming my way. Okay. And here's the thing that kind of took over my life for a little bit here. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. This is my Marled Magic Blanket by Stephen West. I love this thing. Kind of got obsessed. Alright. I did finish section 2, the seed stitch. I finished it. I have my yarn in here from leftovers. I had 6 20-gram minis. And that's all I had left. These were all 2 grams, and this one was 4. I used a lot. So I finished, I have my stitch marker in here, so I can tell you where I was. I have an extra pair of needles in here that are not attached. So I was right here last time I showed you. So I finished section 2. I love the rainbowy. So I finished, I was doing 2 repeats of each color, I think. And that got me up to here, and I still needed more to do. And then my minis were getting very, very tiny. So I had to do it a little bit different. So I think I did one repeat, but I didn't do it where I was holding it with itself. I just did the same orientation, just different. So, and my stitch marker is from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. Oh, come on. It's a little plant. So I finished the seed stitch. I'm like, whew, all right. And then we did some brioche. This brioche is easy, guys, okay? It's easy. It's just what you hold 2 colors together. You do not have to do, usually with 2-color brioche, you have to do your rows like twice because you're picking up different colors. You don't have to do that with this. You just do it. There is a decrease stitch in there. He does have a video on how you do it. I had to look it up because it's been a while since I've done this one. But this one I did Knit Pick Stroll white and black to hold together. It's really busy. You can't really see the, I mean, you can see the brioche in real life, but it's in there. Love it. So I did that section. And then yesterday, that's section 3. And I did that green section. I finished that yesterday. That's section 4. And this was one. Yep. So this is also Knit Pick Stroll. It's 2 greens. Aurora Heather and Everglades Heather I had. Everglade Heather. I've had this yarn is in my stash. I know I just talked about knit picks. I was unsure about this section, and then I'm like, I realized it was short rows, and I'm just like, bam, I just finished it. I started it one day. After I finished this, I started it, and then the next day I finished it. So I'll have to watch his video about picking up his short rows, because I think that's where section 5 starts here, and then you pick up stitches along here. So I gotta figure out my colors. I gotta figure out how to pick up my stitches. I might regret doing black and white, but I think I can see it. My yarn had a little knot in it, my black yarn, so I had to snip it. But yeah, using US 8s guess I can give you I can give you a little bit of the Stash Tales information. I have not put it in here yet because I don't think I can finish 6 and 5 in this month. I'll probably get it started, but I got my little notebook where I'm keeping track of how much I'm using for Stash Tale purposes and grams in and out of my stash. So this section right here, section 2, was 114 grams. This was a BFL base, so it was kind of, I think it was fingering weight BFL base. I love that rainbow. So that was 114. This section 3, was 50 grams. Love it, 50 grams. And this section 4 was 33 grams. I'll go over this again when I do my Stash Tales episode. But... so that's a lot of grams out of my stash. This one is, you know, section 2 is essentially like maybe 2 socks worth of knitting. Woo! So that's my blanket. I'm gonna put it away for a couple days. I'll try to figure out what yarn I'm using next, and then I have to see how we pick up these stitches. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on Sunday or not. I might wait till Monday. I don't know, we'll see. But yep, that's my blanket. Love it. Section 5 is a big one, so don't expect that to be done next time. It will be started, but I don't think it will be done. I think it's a section that you start out with 160 some stitches, but then you increase to like 200 something, 260. I don't remember the numbers, but yeah, it's one where you increase a stitch every row, I think. So yeah, it's a big section. And then after that, I have more seed stitch. Boo. I don't like seed stitch. I think that's what kind of motivated me to, you know, do those other 2 sections. I'm like, yay, I don't have to do seed stitch. All right, that's all my whips. Let's talk about next cast-ons. I was gonna cast these on after I finished my Nano fiber socks, but then I got distracted. I hope this isn't a spoiler. Oh, too late. This is the Freckled Whimsy Club for July of this year. Puddle Jumper, I believe is what it's called. Oh, Puddle Jumping. It is a 8 stripe repeat this time. So I'm going to cast this on. I might do a couple rows of the cuff today to start the first one. We'll see. So those are going to be my next sock cast on. And if I'm feeling adventurous, or if I finish it, I want to do this one next. I don't know if I have enough time to finish these in July. I kind of wanted to do a Halloween sock in June, July, and August. I had that pick out in my Summer of Sock basket, and I'm like, ooh, it is the 18th. I don't know if I can finish it. So this is the Halloween Club Pumpkin Pails from November 2024 from Freckled Whimsy. So I want to cast these on too. So can I finish 2 socks? Is there 31 days in July, or is there 30 days? I think there's just 30 days. I don't know. If I put my blanket down, it's possible. So that might be cast on, might not. I don't know. Just wanted to show it to you in case I do have it cast on. I feel like these Christmas socks could be done tomorrow. Alright, so that's all the yarny stuff. I'm going to talk about reading and watching. I don't know if I'm going to talk much about life stuff. I don't really have anything that I haven't already told you. So, reading. I finished Never Flinch by Stephen King. Loved it. I love that. Had that on audio. And I'm still reading Hunger Games. I think I was reading that last time. I think I'm like 32% done. Yep. Hunger Games was on my last one. My last page of show notes. And I started listening to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I've never read that book before. I feel like everybody has. That is a reader anyway. And about half done with it. I'm enjoying that one. Also doing that on audio from the library. Check that out from the library. I thought I had it in my Audible list, but I do not. Maybe I did at one point, and sometimes they have books that are free with the membership for a certain amount of time. I swear it was one of those books, but I couldn't find it, so I don't know. And so that's it for reading. Watching. My husband and I finished the Sandman Season 2, Part 1. I guess I didn't realize till we watched the last episode that there's more coming. Netflix likes to divide stuff up. So I don't know. I think I talked about this last time. We still have Netflix. I don't know if we're going to cancel it or not. Before we watch Sandman. I think it comes out the 24th. I think it's only 6 episodes. So it's possible we can finish it. Though I don't know. So that's where we are with that. After we finished that, we started Witcher Season 2. We're almost done with that. That's a rewatch for us. I love The Witcher. We couldn't figure out anything else to watch, so we picked that. And we're still watching Star Trek Voyager with the kiddos. Season 5. Love it. Love it. I could watch Star Trek. Those older ones on loop all day long. Not good. The new ones, I like the new ones, but the old ones are better. Yep. All right. What else? Oh, I have some life stuff that I forgot. I didn't mention this. My oldest daughter, Chloe, has really been wanting a saxophone. So that happened this week. She is going to start marching band this year. The marching band camp, I think she has one more week. And then that's like it officially starts to kick in. She'll have 2 weeks where she's going to be gone all day long. And then in August, she'll have practices like in the evenings a couple of times a week. So she's going to do flute for marching band for the first year. And then she's going to be playing the saxophone on her own. And maybe switch when she's in sophomore year or junior year. I don't know yet. We haven't decided. She hasn't decided. Yeah. But I gotta say, when she went to band camp a couple weeks ago. There was a class where she could pick an instrument and kind of play with it. And so she did that. And we bought her the saxophone. I think we got it on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember what day it was. But, it was a little, rusty when she first played it. But she picks it up real good, real quick. I was surprised. I mean, I know she had some, idea. But I was pretty surprised. I like the sound of it, so I am not upset with her, you know, practicing. Yeah, I'm very proud of her. She's pretty good. So I believe that she will be able to do saxophone for marching band next year if she really practices. She also wants to do lessons this year. We'll have to figure out which instrument she wants. You know, part of her is like, I think I can get better at the flute, but I can get better at saxophone too, because she just started playing it. So we have to figure that out. So yeah, that's that. A little marching band update. I can't believe she's going to be in high school next year. Oh my word. What happened? What happened? School doesn't start here until August 26th, which is funny but not funny. My youngest daughter, Natalie, August 26th is her birthday, so she's not happy that she has to go to school. The first day of school is on her birthday. So she's not too happy about that, but yeah. So we're probably going to be starting the back to school shopping here pretty quick. I'm not going to get too much. Pencils. Both kids, I think, need new backpacks. They've had them for a few years. Need to replace those. Chloe definitely needs to replace hers because her water spilled a few times in hers. And ink pens exploded in hers, so she definitely needs a new one. Natalie, I don't know if she does. I guess if she sees one, she can get one. Yeah. Weather has been hot. Yesterday, it was nice. Like, the high was like 73 or something. I'm like, yes, this is what summer weather needs to be like. Today, I think it's supposed to be, I don't know. I think it's supposed to hit 79 or 80 today. A little bit warmer, but when I woke up, it was like 62 out, and I'm like, yes. Fall is coming. Winter's coming. Not just yet, but there was a little taste of it. I'm like, yes. Yeah, I think that's it. So I want to thank everybody for their comments and on my Instagram. If you want to see, like, though I haven't been very active on Instagram, on stories anyway, or posting. I'm starting to post more, but that's where I post day-to-day stuff. I don't know how to post stuff on YouTube because I know not everybody has Instagram. I don't know if I can post like little things saying, hey, I'm gonna be gone. Don't worry about me. I don't know if I can post that on YouTube. So, anyway, so thanks for all of the comments. And I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch on here. So thank you in advance for all of your comments. I will read all of them. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.